it's fascinating, right? And it talked about how, we went through the Depression, and then we went through the Second World War. And then obviously when Japan surrendered from the Second World War, all these returning servicemen and women came back to America. The book was American based, but obviously the same is here in Australia. So they came back and they thought, well, what are we going to do? Well, they decided that they were going to create a consumer society where they would spend, and then the spending would create jobs, not too dissimilar to some of the stuff we talked about with the immigration model, Ben, that more people means we create more jobs. So people come back and they'd spend, and the debt they made sure the debt was really low so that people would be encouraged to borrow. So the amount of household debt, I can't quote the numbers specifically, but there was significant uptake. It looks like a hockey stick, the increase in the debt, and then people were buying their houses. But what was interesting is people were kind of the same, like they had the same house, the same opportunities. So the way that they measured their social status post the Second World War was, you and I can have a similar lifestyle. And then you get to the 80s where people, there was a few that were actually the Joneses who actually were in a position where they actually did better than most. So they went and bought a 4,000 square foot home, and they went and bought 2 brand new Mercedes and sent their kids to private school. But in the preceding 3 decades, everyone had been saying, well, we can do exactly the same as you because we kind of got the same opportunity. It was in that 80s movement where the Joneses could actually afford the big house and the 2 Mercedes and sending them to private school. But the people who couldn't afford it still were so used to over a few decades of being able to compare to their neighbor that they thought, well, I've got to keep up. And they're putting themselves under enormous pressure to do that. So hence the term keeping up with the Joneses. So we're trying to suggest to you, if you do play that game, you will derail your money health through that status.